switching a little bit to the market, what's something that you believe right now that is not a popular belief?
Oh, retail is going to be the darling child for the
Let's
next
go.
5 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I feel pretty confident on that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So here's why.
Please.
How long do you have?
Or should I just leave it like that? So obviously apartments, industrial have been probably number 1 and 2 for a long time.
Yeah.
I think in this environment that we're seeing now, and from owning apartments as well, what I'm seeing is rent growth is stagnating or decreasing. So you have that dynamic. And the other dynamic that no one's ever really focused on, because in my world, I hear a lot of, oh, well, the increase is only 10% every 5 years, right? Like that's a typical increase, or 10, 12, 15%. That's not keeping up with inflation. Well, somewhat, but in retail, we have triple net leases. So all the operating expenses typically are billed back and reimbursed by the tenants.
Yeah.
And so I think with this dynamic that I'm seeing where you have a lot of stagnation in apartment world and then operating costs increasing, that's where the squeeze is happening. And so it's not just about growing top line revenue, it's protecting your downside from everyone's operating expenses are going up.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the main thing. And then the second thing is retail. What I see happening in the office world right now has a lot of similarities to what happened in retail 10 years ago.
So it already happened. And now
we just didn't have a pandemic that just smacked us and knocked us in the jaw. It was more gradual and staggered for 10 years with the internet. When the internet came out, people were saying, oh, everyone's going to go, no one's going to buy clothes online. You want to try it on. And it morphed over time, and now everyone buys clothes online, and returns them. But throughout that process, retail morphed into something so much better and stronger, which is food and service oriented. And so now it's, people still think retail's selling clothes or soft goods, and there is a component of that for sure. Yeah. But the overwhelming majority is food and service and like absolutely essential needs. Yeah. And so I think retail's never been stronger since I've been in the business on a fundamental basis because of that, what they went through for 10 years. And then thirdly is, at least in Washington State, it's incredibly difficult to build retail. And so the cost basis for a lot of these assets, you're buying, everything's pretty much below construction costs these days. Yeah. But just the availability of land in our area to build these things is just
in the right zoning.
Yeah, it's just almost non-existent.
Yeah.
So